Hi everybody, Teresa Hinton here, Independent Avon Representative and Unit Leader for Team Life Changers. This morning when I was posting on our group Facebook page, I was thinking about, what I should talk about for my next video. And since my first real video was actually about goal setting, I thought this would be a good opportunity to talk about a vision board or, a dream board, something where you can see your dreams and your goals on a, more of a all the time basis. To start with this, what you really need, there's one simple thing that you need. You need a dream. It can be as simple as your cell phone bill, a cell phone payment that you want to get paid off. It could be as complex as, building your dream house and, really going for the top. You don't have to be into leadership to have a dream board. In fact, I encourage everybody that is just selling Avon to really have something in place for your dream, something that you could see on a daily basis. Now, how to really get started with a vision board or a dream board, it's pretty simple. You can take a piece of paper like this. You can take something a little bit larger like this, and this is mine, and I don't know. Oh, it's upside down. That's probably why I can't see it. Like this. You could have a huge dry erase board. You could have a larger poster board. I've heard some people say, that they take up half their wall in a house, to put their dreams and their goals on. For me, I did it fairly simple, and it's very simple to do a vision or a dream board. You just need to know how to write. If you can do that, you're already halfway there. Some people might want to do a little bit more complex and cut out pictures from magazines. I did a copy and paste from my computer to do mine. And I'll talk about mine first. Let's see if I can get it up here. Okay, so this is my dreams, my goals. My first one at the top, or my first four things at the top, are my actual goals that I want to make. Now, my first one, it says Unit Leader by C12 or Campaign 12. Well, I did it in C11. I have yet to check this off. I started leadership in Campaign 9, and I wanted to make sure that I got the bonus as a unit leader, the $500 bonus. So I had to do it in 4 campaigns. So I set my first goal by Campaign 12 to become a unit leader. Well, I actually made unit leader in Campaign 11, so I got the $500 bonus. I'm very happy for myself. Of course, I couldn't have done it without my team. The next thing you'll see is advanced unit leader. Now, advanced unit leader, I want to do that no later than October 31st, because then I'm going to get a $1,000 bonus. Then it's the executive unit leader, and you'll see, if you can see on there, it says by C12 of 2014. That gives me a whole year to make executive unit leader. Now, I know that there are some people out there that have made senior executive unit leader in a year, but I want to pace myself, and I want to make sure that I'm doing, my team justice by, working with them and going a little bit at a slower pace. Obviously, if you're already at the executive unit leader and you want to, make it to senior executive unit leader, and you can do it in 6 months, then put it down, 6 months. But you want to be able to visually see it. And then you'll see senior executive unit leader by C12 of 2015. That's given me 2 years from 2 weeks ago to become a senior executive unit leader, where I'm up with the big dogs, and that's where I want to be, and that's where everybody should want to be. Now obviously this part, the top part, is for leadership. But let's say you don't want to go into leadership. Let's say you just want to sell to your customers. You could put President's Council down as one of your goals within a year. There are people that have done it within 6 months. I'm amazed and shocked how they do it, but they do it. So then you'll see also on my vision board things that I want. Now, I already own a home, and I do love my home. Don't get me wrong. But I would love to have my dream home out in the country. That's something that I'm really shooting for. We'd like to have 10 acres of land, and we want to have a large garden, and we want to be able to have all the fun things. And this is actually a home that I had seen a clip of, and I fell in love with it. And I plan on building my dream home someday. This is what I really want to go for. And I want the 2-story home. I want the wraparound porch. I'm not too sure if it's really, I think this is more in the city. But I want mine out where there's not a lot of people. The 10 acres or 15 acres on a lake. I mean, who doesn't want that? My next one, of course, right here is my walk-in closet. All right. Now, for those of you that know me really well, know that I'm not really big on the clothes department. In fact, I think I have less clothes than my boyfriend does. But someday I would love to have that huge walk-in closet with, all the shoes. I'm a shoe person. I love shoes and purses, and I would need all the space for all the purses and shoes that I want. So I want that closet for sure. This picture right here is, and I don't know how well, let's see if you can see it. Okay, so that picture is my dream kitchen, and actually it's kind of small compared to what I really want. That picture right there, and I'll talk about that for a second. That picture right there reminds me of my former employer's house. And for those of you that don't know my story and why I actually decided to really give Avon my all, it's because the reason that picture means so much to me is because when I went to a Christmas party for my former employer, this is what I walked into, was a kitchen and a home just like that. Now, like I said, I am extremely proud of what I already have, and you should be too. You should be very happy, with what you currently have. But I realized that I was working for his dreams and his goals so he could have the gourmet kitchen and the huge house and the 4-car garage. And that is my story. And if you want to read about my story, you could always go onto our website. So I really wanted to make sure that I got a picture of a kitchen like that, because that's what reminded me of what I truly wanted in life. The next thing is our large garden. Okay, that is our very, very large garden that I want. I want to be able to work out in that garden all the time. Well, maybe not all the time, but some of the time. And we like fresh produce, and we want to eat healthier. But the last thing, and this is probably the biggest thing for me, is right here. Oops, sorry about that. Right here, that is a 1968 Shelby GT 500. That car is a $130,000 car easily, and that is something that I would love to have. Now, for me to get there and for me to achieve that, obviously it's called goal setting, but I had to dream this first. And the reason why I put everything down on paper, I take this wherever I go. Every appointment that I have, every meeting I have, every time I talk to somebody, I take this where I go. And the reason for that being is because I can visualize what I want, and it pushes me to go farther. Now, how would you go about having your own dream board or your own vision board? You could start out with just a piece of paper. This was a computer piece of paper that I used. I typed up all the words. I copy pasted all the pictures, and I am the least computer person in the world. So if I can do it, everybody else should be able to do it. And then all I did was laminated it. I actually happened to have a laminating machine, so I laminated mine. Now, you don't have to. Maybe you don't have, the capabilities of doing the laminating, or maybe you don't have a printer. That's okay. You don't need to have what I have. Just start out simple. A simple piece of paper like this. Write down, hey, these were my goals. This is what I want to achieve by this date. This is what I want to achieve by that date. Write down, what you want for your dreams. Let's say it's a cell phone payment. Maybe your cell phone bill is $100. I wish my cell phone bill was $100. But let's say it is $100. Put down cell phone, $100. So that means that every month or every 2 weeks you have to make enough to cover that cell phone bill. Maybe you do want the big house. Build new home. Maybe you don't own a home at all and you would like to own your own home. Would like to own my own home. Put down the dollar amount and what it's going to cost you, to build that home. Another thing is too, I don't have any children of my own, but all of my team members do. They all have kids, which is great. And, maybe it's something as simple as saying, hey, I want to take my kids to Walt Disney World. I do have one team member, she wants to go to Walt Disney World and take her girls. And I think that's awesome. Or maybe it's just, taking a trip, to a water park. Make it as fun, make it as simple. You can make it complex if you want. You do what you want to do for your dream board, but just make sure you get it down. You want to visually see it. You want to know what your dreams are. You want to go, okay, this is what I want, and I'm going for it, and it's going to cost me this amount of money, and so that means I'm going to have to do this amount of work to get to that dream. Why should we be giving our dreams away? Why should we be working towards somebody else's dreams? We want to work towards our own. That was a big thing why I started starting to sell Avon, is because I was tired of working for somebody else. I did not want to work for somebody else anymore. I did not want to have the pressure of going into the 9-to-5 job. I wanted to be able to spend more time, at my home with my dogs, out gardening, doing the things that I love to do. And I knew I couldn't do that if I was working for somebody else. So I made sure that one of the first things that I did was I built a dream board or a vision board so I could see it, so I could go, okay, this is my goal. This is what I'm working towards, and I'm not going to give up, and you shouldn't give up either. If you wanted to pay off that cell phone bill every month, you have to work for it, right? So put that into your Avon business. You have to pay off that cell phone bill every month, and if it's $100, how many customers do you need to build to make sure that you cover that cell phone payment? The same thing, my Shelby GT that I want, that's $130,000. That is not coming in 3 years. And I know that for a fact. So make sure you set your realistic goals. Make sure you set, your futuristic goals, the ones that you're like, I know that I can get that dream house of mine, or, my walk-in closet. That walk-in closet, the picture of it, honestly doesn't do it no justice on here. I saw a larger view of it, and you could sleep in there. That's the size of 2 bedrooms in my house, and that's the type of walk-in closet that I want. Set your dreams, put your dreams down on a piece of paper. Make sure you carry it with you every single day. Look at it on a daily basis. Look on it on an hourly basis if you have to. Or every time you're having a bad day at your actual job, as Molly would say, pull that piece of paper out if you can and say, I need to put more focus on Avon. This is what I want to do. I do not want to work for somebody else anymore. Well, thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great day. Thanks.